You're my lady. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let's get serious. You're my lady. Hey fam, what's up? I know the real ones noticed. I haven't posted in a long time. I haven't been consistent. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It is April 14th. I haven't filmed a YouTube video since February. Quick catch up. I know y'all want to get into the favorites, the fails, and all the things. But for my girlies who have been down with me since day one, I love you, that came in between. Or maybe you're new here and you're like, hey girl, where'd your videos go? I am sorry. Here's what had happened. See, God is the God of suddenly, amen? So January, back in Salon Studio. Fantastic. Everything's good. We're moving and grooving. February, I moved. Again, God is the God of suddenly. I had been praying, praying to move for the past 2 years. And all of a sudden it happened. But also here's the other thing too. I have not been feeling very well. And I hadn't been feeling very well probably like right when we moved at the end of February, just like complete exhaustion. I'm talking dirt dog, no energy, no motivation. I was a slug. Just so filming and trying to get moved in and settled and then, getting back in the groove of the salon, that has been my priority. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just simply did not have the energy or the desire. However, got my blood work done. I know what's wrong with me. Black girls, okay? Black melanated girls. My skin tone and deeper specifically, please make sure you get your blood worked and make sure you are not vitamin D deficient, because let me tell you something. It will make you feel like you are depressed. It will make you feel like you are just a piece of crap because you have no energy. It's just this ongoing, constant lethargy. So we figured that out. We're on the up. I'm getting back into the swing of things. I said, let me sit down, film for my girls. We are going to do a current favorites, all right? I know there's a lot of new products. I know I'm behind. I know there's a sale going on. Y'all, I know all that, but can we just exercise grace? If you were curious about some of my Sephora favorites, baby girl, I got plenty of old videos, okay? I know a lot of y'all are watching them because always during this time of year, I notice an increase in some of my like random videos. So as far as, oh, have you tried anything new? No, not really. I haven't, because I've been over here fighting for my life. All right. So let's get into the things that I am using, things that are a hit, things that are a fail. But then I got some stuff where I'm like, I'm not really too sure how I feel about this yet. So first things first, let's start off with skincare. If you're new to this channel, I use my things. Okay, so do not laugh at what I'm getting ready to show you. So this is the La Roche-Posay. This is their double repair moisturizer. Now, as you can see, we cut the top because we got to get all the product out. I love her. This is what I've been using. I was using it in daytime and at nighttime. However, as the weather is shifting, I don't know that I'm going to be using this in the daytime anymore. However, I've been using this on my clients, for makeup clients, for skin prep, and it has just been my chef's kiss. On the other hand, this one, the double repair matte moisturizer, if you're an oily girl, and I mean like true oily girl, I don't mean I get a little greasy in the T-zone. No, 365 all over the face. Oily girl, you're gonna love this. And let me tell you something. The way your makeup goes on with this, it's skin blurring. I don't think this is marketed as a moisturizer and primer. Nah, baby, it ain't. But this is bomb. Really good. Absolutely love her. All right, that's it for skin. Moving on with hair. So it's so funny. I had to have a come to Jesus moment with myself, and I had to talk to myself the way I talk to my clients about my own hair, because one thing that I know about me, because I have experienced this, once I hit a certain level of stress, my hair starts to just break off and do some crazy things, all right? That's just women. Whenever we get a little bit stressed, the things that typically take a hit, hair, skin, always the first two, right? So I told myself, okay, we're going to give a little extra care when it comes to the hair. And what I have been using is, as you can see, she is empty. This is by Innocence, and it is a scalp oil. Okay, so I am not someone who uses hair grease. All right, I probably haven't had grease on my head since I was a child. My clients like, should I use hair grease? I say no. I know someone out there's gonna be like, well, I be using hair grease and it's fine. You probably have good hair genetics. Okay. I could put horse piss on your hair and you're gonna be Gucci. That ain't everybody's ministry. Okay. Some people, they just have great hair genetics. And so they can go out here and do all these things. They can use grease. They can use Pantene Pro V. Again, everybody ain't able. For me, I never used grease on my scalp just simply because I don't like the feeling of it on my scalp. Keep in mind, for some people, it's going to clog the pores. And if the pores are clogged and the follicles clogged, then you can't get the hair to grow. Anywho, we're not getting into the whole scientific structure of it, but this is very lightweight. And the reason why I care for a lightweight oil is because I'm a sweaty Betty, all right? I work out. I sweat. I do cardio. I'm a professional bodybuilder. I have short hair. And when I have any other oils in the past on my scalp and I sweat, it's just the buildup gets crazy. This right here, it's so lightweight. Please take care of your scalp. Your hair grows from the scalp. So therefore, you just want to make sure you're taking care of it. I know scalp care is all the rage right now. And I'm like, yes, girl, highly recommend. However, the thing that I'm seeing now is too much of a good thing is still too much. Don't be slathering all these things on your scalp, y'all, because again, what happens is you're clogging the pores. And then, sweetheart, if you do have dry scalp, now you're just the breeding grounds for yeast, which is another reason why if you have dry scalp, you shouldn't be feeding it grease because it gets yeasty. Anywho, yeah, I said all that to say this is an amazing lightweight oil, all right? The other oil I have been using, this is the Water Sign Hydrating Hair Oil. So this goes on the ends of my hair. This is to help retain the length of my hair because I realized, my hair keeps breaking off. First of all, it's stress, but I had to ask myself, am I doing anything to make sure that I'm like helping to retain the length? Because a lot of people think that their hair doesn't grow. My hair grows just fine. When I crash out and my hair starts breaking off because I'm stressed, that's when we run into issues. There is stress no more. We're good. All right. We have casted all of our anxieties and all of our worries to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. So that's not our portion. However, I'm still talking to myself like I talk to my clients. Girl, make sure you got this coily natural hair thing going on. Put some oil in your hair, okay? Now this right here. I am not a leave-in conditioner girl, but this is another product I have been using. So I have been using all of these all year long so far, and it's been amazing. But after I shampoo, condition my hair, Hydro Rush leave-in, I've been using this in salon on clients, and I have used this on multiple hair types. I've used it on straight, fine hair, all the way to tight, coily hair like myself and everything in between. This is amazing, okay? If you need something to help detangle your hair, need extra hydration, highly recommend this. It is amazing. And it's not heavy either. It doesn't make my hair feel like a sponge. That was my issue with a lot of other leave-in conditioners. I just never liked the way they made my hair feel. My hair would always feel weird after them. Okay, tools. If you have seen my reels, because I have had a little bit of short form content go up, I've got some makeup brushes. So the e.l.f. Tap and Blend Concealer Brush, I did do a little video on this. It's amazing, okay? 6 doll hairs, baby. 6 doll hairs, all right? I love it. Affordable. All of the e.l.f. brushes with the black handles clutch. So good. I like that it has this angle. We can get in here real good and easy with no problems. All is well with the world. Our next item, this brush, as you can see, I'm a fan of the angle, but this is the Real Techniques 241 brush. Can't find her in Ulta. Amazon is where I have to get this one. And you kind of have to like dig deep. I'll make sure that everything is down below in the description for y'all. But love this for foundation application. If you haven't saw, I did a reel on foundation application tips. Or was it in a video? No, I did a video and then I did a video on foundation application tips, and this is in there. So go check that out. Now for concealers, I've been floating in between these two, and I need to get a new one. The first one is the Makeup by Mario. This is my everyday go-to concealer. I like it because it's easy. I like easy products. I don't like products where I gotta turn tricks to make them work, and that's on myself and clients, because when I'm working, like, we need to get this thing going pronto. But I love the consistency of this. It's not super matte, but it's not so emollient that it just slips and slides and then it ends up creasing all over the place. I love the color of this. I am in the color, what color are we? 540 is my color, and this color isn't going to give me that highlighted, like lifted look where, you know, we're pulling things forward. This is my everyday concealer. So if I want to spot conceal something on my face, I can do so with this one. I can go up under my eyes and we're good to go. But if I want a little extra like va-va-voom situation, Natasha Denona High Glam in the shade P8. I need a new one of these because, girl, we're scraping the bottle. And I have a feeling this is a little bit older than what I think it is. But this is going to highlight. It's going to brighten. And it is so easy to use. The coverage on this, though, you get a lot of coverage, so a little dab will do you. This is also one where I feel will work on all skin types as well. So no matter if you're dry, oily, combination, whatever you got going on. As far as, oh, is it creaseless? Nothing is creaseless. We're alive, we're well, amen. We make facial expressions, we're happy, we're smiling, we're doing all the things. We have to keep in mind that we are putting a product on our face. So to think that it ain't gonna budge, it's quite asinine in my mind. Now, it shouldn't be sliding and going all over the place, but I think the issue is that Photoshop and AI has distorted our minds of what we think makeup is supposed to look like. So when we see something that's creasing, or if we see something, maybe there's a line, in our minds, we think that there's something wrong with it. And no, that's just the plight of being a human. Moving right along, I know hate is a strong word. I hate how much I love this. Summer Fridays. This is probably the most Gen Z thing I do, all right? Summer Fridays, and that's no hate on the Gen Z babes. I love them. My favorite shade is, what's the shade for this? Is it Brown Sugar, babe? It is. Brown Sugar. This is almost empty, and I have another one in my purse. I just like it. I've tested out some other ones, and Elf has a dupe for it, but it ain't that good. I have that one in my bathroom. That's like my nighttime lip balm. I'm gonna use it up. Okay, that's what I'm on this season right now. That's honestly another reason why I personally myself haven't been dipping and dabbling in a lot of makeup, is because I want to make sure that I'm using what I have, and there's nothing wrong with trying things. Nothing wrong with trying things. Are there some things that have my attention? Absolutely. But I'm just trying to do a better job at really making sure I'm using all of my things. Of course, with the move, I did get rid of a bunch of stuff, which I typically always go through my things at the top of the year anyway, and just go through and get rid of things. However, this is a repurchase. I really like this. I really like this. So I pulled her out the other day. This is the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour in the shade Tranquil. This is good. This is good. If you want to look snatched, and no, I haven't tried the foundation yet. I'll get there. I'm just simply not in a rush anymore. Like, I gotta take it one day at a time. But this, I love the shade. And even when I was a makeup artist at Sephora, I would use these on clients and I would recommend them. But I just picked it up the other day because, like I said, I've just been cycling through my things. And yeah, she's Gucci. We like her a lot. Super easy to blend as well. I appreciate that. For powder, my bae has been this Makeup by Mario Surreal powder. This is one of those powders where I truly feel like is, again, I can use it on all skin types. So products that I can use on all skin types or all hair types for my clients, those are just special to me because it makes my life easier. I don't have to have a plethora of things. However, this is one of those powders where I can recommend it to anybody, no matter the age, no matter the skin type, no matter the skin tone. This shade that I have is 5 neutral medium deep. So this one I can use all over my face. That is how I use it. I don't use this up under my eyes because it will be a little bit darker, especially if I want to be a little bit more lifted under the eyes. But just for a everyday powder, and I don't wear foundation. If I wear foundation, it's because I'm trying something out for y'all, but I put it on my bare skin. Like that's what I have on today. I just have on concealer. I've got on some, what do I have on my face today? I have a concealer, liquid bronzer, and my Giorgio Armani blush that they no longer make anymore, which is a pain. And then I set my whole face with this and we're good to go. Now, speaking of bronzer, I am in the market for some new bronzers. It's time for some new bronzers, but this was one that caught me by surprise. The CoverGirl Skin Enhancer, especially on those days when it's just a brow and mascara day, this will act as a blush bronzer highlight moment. It is very pretty. It is supposed to be a dupe for the Hourglass. It is better than the Hourglass. It is far more pigmented. So if you like the Hourglass, try this out and save you some coins. And then last but not least here, for my favorites, I love a itty bitty eyeshadow palette. I just think it's so cute. Patrick Ta. Patrick Ta stuff is expensive. Yes, we cannot negate that. However, this right here is good. I don't know if I'm going to try the concealer or not. I swatched it. I played around with it. And it's a thin consistency, which I'm not mad at. But I think that concealer, which is funny because I was just talking about how expensive the brand is. But I think that concealer is going to be better suited for the younger generation, someone who don't got a lot going on up under the eyes, you feel me? I'm sure you can probably load it up and get a lot of coverage, but it reminds me of like a is it Tower 28 that I'm thinking about? What's that other gondola on the, yeah, it is. I'm thinking about the Sephora I used to work at. Yeah, it's Tower 28. It kind of has that vibe, but I do believe that this one is way thinner than the Tower 28, but yeah, I don't know if I'll try that, but I love, love, love this. Now we got to get into some fails, okay? This, I feel, is just the fail of, this is the fail of the year, as far as I'm concerned. Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is not improved. Not at all. What I don't like about this is, first of all, shade 6 range in the old formula, especially 6W, I've always felt was bad. That's my shade. So I used Estee Lauder Double Wear on my clients. That's the foundation I used the most. So when I saw they were reformulating, absolutely devastated. This ain't even the same thing no more. Okay. So as far as the 6W range, I always felt like the 6W 1 and 2, it just lacked warmth. It was always kind of flat. Could I make it work? Absolutely. But if I'm paying that much money, why should I have to make it work? And then we have so many other items out there that do work. So just use those. That's my mindset. However, in the name of me working as a professional makeup artist, yeah, I was using it. But now the 6W range is worse, which I didn't think was possible. It is not full coverage. Absolutely not. It does not have the same finish. And I feel like they completely changed everything that the original Double Wear foundation was that everyone loved. And so here's the thing. Everything ain't for everybody. That foundation was made for long wear. That foundation was made for special occasions. That foundation was made to be full coverage. That foundation was most of the time a staple and favorite for women who had oily skin. Even when I was managing an Estee Lauder counter, I would use that foundation on mature women because you could definitely use it as long as the skin was prepped appropriately, right? And so I understand why women who maybe had a drier skin type They didn't like it or it felt heavier. However, don't try to come in here. You know what they should have did? They should have just, because they piss everybody off anyway, they should have just canceled the double wear and gave this a totally different name, because this is nowhere close. And I get it. They took the D5 out, which is like a dimethicone, because it's being banned in Europe. And so if you want to sell your products there, then you got to reformulate. That's why a lot of brands have been reformulating. And it's got me stressed out, because I'm to the point now for work, I don't know what foundations to use on my clients anymore, because the other foundations that I like to use, Dior, which has been reformulated, I've been playing with that. I've been playing with it, but my only issue with it now is I feel like for some reason the Dior Skin Glow, I feel like the scent is stronger in the newer formulation than the old formulation. So now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, just things I think about when I'm working on my clients. I'm rambling. Anyway, this is a fail. I do not like it. I do not like it. If you do like it, there's nothing wrong with that. Because like I said, everything for everybody. I feel like if this foundation was for you previously, it has forsaken you and it is no longer for you. Okay. So she's going back to the store. All righty. Now, this next product, I tested this out and I had my eye on it for a couple of weeks because my foundation of choice is a powder foundation. Okay. When MAC Studio Fix, they decided to change their things around. The Studio Fix, it ain't what it once was no more, right? And we tried that here on the channel and yeah, no. So I'm a powder foundation girl. I saw Laura Geller was coming out with the full coverage powder foundation, but it was very reminiscent to the Sephora Micro Smooth. The Sephora Micro Smooth and shade 58 Almond, which is my favorite. Yeah, that shade got discontinued. I got backup. However, there is going to come a day when I have that no more. So when I saw that, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, this is going to be fantastic. I ordered it. They don't have my shade. And I should have known better. I should have known better. However, that powder, when I put it on my skin, the way it blurred my skin. Okay, let's try this out. I honestly thought this was going to be lighter. However, what has me concerned is it's looking a little bit red in the pan, and I have a neutral golden. Oh yeah, that's too dark. That's too dark. Okay. Well, dang. Yeah, it's too dark and it's not the right undertone. However, she is indeed matte, okay? I don't know if it's more matte because I did spray this on my face first. However, matte, blurring, and smooth. Whoa. So, if I don't have a shade match in this, I'm gonna be sick. Wow. See how blurring that is? Oh, that's gonna break my heart. The shade was absolutely wrong. I got two shades. The first one was too light. The second one was too red. So, anywho, that was an epic fail. And then this next one, all right, so I love Laneige. I love the lip sleeping mask. I was just floating through Sephora. I think I was in between clients. And I tried their little, I think it's like a juice box thing. I don't know. I got the shade Lo-Fi Mauve, and I'll put the video up here because I never posted it. I need to post it, but I'll put that video up here. All right, so I tried to be adventurous and try something new. I love the brand Laneige. I love their lip sleeping mask. I love their glowy lip balm. I use that on my clients as part of their lip prep. However, all right, sitting outside of Sephora because I need to return something. And I hate that I'm returning it, but Laneige. So I love Laneige's products. I love their lip sleeping mask. I mean, I use it all day, every day, but it makes your lips feel good and hydrated. It's not just gunkiness on the lips and then it just dissipates, no. And then I also love the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm. I'll use that on my clients for their skin prep. So I need a new lip balm. I'm fresh out. And I thought, okay, let's try this. So this is their Juice Box Lip Tint. The shade is Lo-Fi Mauve, which, fun fact, I'm a lo-fi girly. I love lo-fi music, but I was super excited about this, try something different, and unfortunately, I don't like it. So the reason why I don't like it is because, for me, I prefer a true lip balm hydrated feel. So it's not that this doesn't feel hydrating. I don't know if you guys have ever tried the Rare Beauty lip tint. So this is like a lip tint oil combination, and I don't care for lip tints, and I also don't like lip oils. I know, sue me. All the girls love lip oils. I'm not into it. So unfortunately, this just was one of those products where I don't think it's bad. It's just not for me. So this is what it looks like. The color's not terrible, but it doesn't, it didn't do anything for my soul. But I just wanted to show y'all in case you were interested in this and my thoughts. Again, not a bad product. This is just a preference thing for me. Listen, I am who I am. I like what I like. If you have tried this, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which one is your favorite? This one, the glowy lip balm, or the lip sleeping mask? I'm the lip sleeping mask all day. So let's go return this and get something else. Y'all, I was not feeling that consistency. It was weird. I felt like it was trying to be like a lip oil, which I'm not even a fan of lip oils anyway, so then there's that. But I felt like it was trying to be a lip oil and a lip tint. The formulation on my lips was just weird. I wasn't having it. I didn't like it. So that was an epic fail for me. And then the e.l.f. setting spray. Where is it? Oh, wait. So I needed a new SPF. And so I thought to myself, oh, let me try one of those spray SPFs, right? So this is by e.l.f. And as soon as I put this on my face, probably about 5 minutes later, my face started getting itchy. I had a rash up here. I'm allergic to it. I believe it's a word. Yeah, the ivobenzone, I'm allergic to it. So it isn't that this is a bad product. It's just that because I'm allergic to that, because the Super Goop Unseen screen has that in there as well, and I cannot use it. I can use a Super Goop tinted moisturizer, which I'll probably just go back to using that. However, girl, this thing broke me out quick, fast, and in a hurry. My face was so itchy. This was a fail for me. Pata me. Now, the last two items, I'm not sure. So this was intriguing to me. Had I come across this, I was floating around in Ulta. Again, probably in the middle of a work break. That's the thing. It's like I have access to both Ulta and Sephora. So they're very close to my salon studio, which is dangerous. However, when I get bored or if I have a client cancellation or whatever the case may be, a break, I'll just go bebop around and frolic. But the L'Oreal Skin Ink. This was intriguing to me. So it is very thin, very thin. But what I'm not sure about it is like this formula, like it looks kind of watery and kind of chunky. So you got to make sure you shake it up real good, right? And I don't know if y'all are able to see how it's separating on my hand. You have to shake it up really good, but also, I learned you can't let it sit up under you can't let it sit. Because you know how we like to let it sit for extra coverage. I did that and I didn't let it sit for a crazy long time, I don't think. But when I started blending it out, it started to peel, which I'm bummed out about because I had high hopes for this. I do not recommend using a sponge to blend this out. I just think that's going to be a mess, but I'm feeling like it's leaning more towards a fail, which is unfortunate because, I don't know, Skin Ink, it just something about it got me. And then next up we have Wonder Snatch by NYX. Again, I'm not sure how I feel. Is it the smoothest powder I've ever used? No. Of course not. I do believe that it's a little, she's a little dry. Like, she's a little dry. Again, jury's still out somewhat, but as I'm talking about both of these, they are actually leaning more towards the fail as I work out my thoughts on camera in real time. However, I'll keep you updated. Maybe in the next video, I'll give you updates on if those were an absolute fail or not. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got. Favorites, fails, not so sure. Down below in the comments, let me know, girl, what you using. Tell me one of your faves. Tell me a fail, or maybe tell me something that you just kind of been messing with and you're not 100% sure. I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for grace. I'm going to do my best to, you know, make sure I can pump out my content, but also I'm in a place in my life where I'm done trying to push myself to the extreme. So we're just going to take it 1 week at a time and we're going to do what we can do. And if you're wondering, because I'm sure you're wondering what's on my lips. So this is a dupe for my favorite Fenty gloss. Maybelline lifters. And Maybelline, they have the new gel oil lifters, and I've just been waiting for them to come out in Ulta or in Amazon. My friend Lindsay, she got some, I think, off a TikTok shop. She's been testing it out. But Maybelline lifters, my favorite gloss, this shade here, I think it's called Sweetheart. So I have this on, and the liner that I have is the Sephora collection liner in the shade Molasses. And this is literally exactly how it looks when I wear the Fenty Heat. So is it Heat? What's that shade? Is it Cherry? Y'all know the Fenty gloss that looks like this is red. But yeah, that's what I have on my lips. This is my favorite lip gloss, favorite lip combo. I don't know why, but just the verbiage lip combo, it irritates me so badly. I don't know. It's like, what's the lip combo? What's the lip combo, girl? It gets on my nerves. I don't know. Anywho, that's it. Okay, bye.